think we're doing the live thing. We'll find out here in just a minute. In theory, this should all be. Why can I not make this work? Says it's waiting for me. Why does it say it's waiting for me? Says we're streaming. Oh, there I am. Okay, good. I feel better now. Muting. Why is there not... What? Hang on, learning technology. Okay, I just turned the volumes all the way down. Hi everyone. Everything is different today. Where's my chat? Live chat. Right there. Hey Charlie. Ellen, Happy New Year to you. Oh my goodness. It's a different mic. I'm in a different setup here. Clearly you can tell that. Because my face is over here and not back over there. I just roughly put things in place. Let's see. I think I want to tilt that down just a bit. Alright, bear with me. I gotta wait for the lag because I'm watching this in my own feed. Because my OBS screen's back there behind me, and the eyes broke back here. It's terrible. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I gotta go listen to your latest one, Ellen. I'm excited about that. Tilted it down just a bit too far, it looks like. I got the notification this morning about that, and that looks like a fun one. So I'll be going to check that out. I'll leave you a little comment, you know, because I'm weird like that. So today I'm tearing into this. I did do a little bit of pre-stuff because I started in. Yes, Ellen, I am much better. Much better. We can maybe the next week or something get together and a chat or something, and I'll fill you in on all the details. So yes, I am feeling much better. Yeah, I'm weird. That's for sure. And I'm sorry, I've already brushed my hair today, so what you see is what you get. This right here is a Shark vac mop, and it stopped accepting a charge. It won't turn on. It worked fine. Excellent. Perfect, Ellen. So anyway, it quit accepting a charge. Yesterday I tested the wall wart, the battery charger power unit, and it is putting out exactly what it's supposed to put out, although I can't see amp draw because, you know, it's just plugged to the strip and then I'm just testing. But the voltage is right. So we can kind of presume the amperage is right because I think it only puts out like 1.3 amps or something like that, 1.4 amps. It's pretty low load. But anyway, almost didn't have the tools to try and get into this thing. And we're going to be running this about an hour. It's what my repair, you know, professional amateur hour thing I've talked about at some of my lives. I think it's fun. Most people don't do repairs live. So anyway, this is my micro screwdriver, and I have to drop the bit in to get it engaged. Yeah, I need to invest in some longer and thinner blades. This is my, you know, repair set or whatever. So yeah, just taking care of that. This is pretty temporary. I don't expect this stuff to I don't expect this stuff to stay like this. I have the iMac and I'm going to bring it up on the table and have it sit right about here, and then I'll be able to use probably the camera on that one once they're networked, and then I won't have to have this iPad or iPod Touch here for my camera, but it's I can just move my deal. My tablet is right here, and I got the I hear sirens. That's not good. Anyway, I've got both my microphones on. I did find out what the difference was on this one here, the SM57. I was using two different equalizers. I was using, they were both called Ria EQ, but one was by Kukos and the other one was by another company, and I was using different ones, so now they're all the same. This microphone now sounds very much like that one, but just because I'm weird and I want people to be able to hear me talking in here, I've got the mics turned up pretty hot. If I was going to be singing or something like that, I wouldn't be doing that, but it's doable. So, hey Zach, welcome. Welcome. I'm not trying to steal Marshall's deal, but welcome to my bench. This is a work in progress, but as you can see, I got all my garbage up here, and yeah, I'm pretty excited about the way this is all turning out. But as you can see, right now I'm using my guitar case in this old 2x10 or 2x8, whatever it is, which creates two different levels. And that's fine, I can deal with it. But I don't really want to use, even though I've got a cover, whatever this foamy pad stuff is, you get at Harbor Freight for $1.50. Anyway, I've got this pad down here, so I'm not directly on Ruby's case, but it's not ideal. Hey Robbie, check it out, you're here. And I'm tearing apart a Shark vac mop. So anyway, this is taking longer than it normally would because this thing is a pain in the butt. Trying to remove the screws in this manner is not conducive to making me smile. Come on now. There, come on, get in there. Get it. It's just barely enough to do this. Quite literally. Anyway, so the screws were pre-loosened because I didn't want to get in an embarrassing situation where I didn't have a way to take apart the thing we're supposed to look at and fix. So that takes care of the screws. Let's turn this over. Oh, 1, 2. I'll put these right up here on my little magnets. My holder board. There, get over there. 4. I could have swore I loosened up 6. So let's take a peek down in here. That one's out. That one is not. And that one is not. Yep. I can barely get these in here. So, alrighty. So anyway, so I'm going to be working on this. I'm probably going to be doing this on like Tuesdays. Tuesday in the afternoons. Why do you not come out? I want you to come out. I just needed to look at this right away, so that's why this is all getting tested. Down there, I keep forgetting I gotta take that thing off and. So hey, Johnny Bean. I think I said hi to you, but Ellen's a great human being. If you guys haven't subbed up to her, she does awesome karaoke. Makes herself happy and sings. And we may be done. This fastener does not wish to be removed from the unit. We're going to try it again. I'm not much of a quitter. I think I can. I think I can. Did I make it be removed? Can't get any more pressures on it. Yeah, see, I need a driver set. That's what I need. It has the longer shanks on it. This is not quite long enough. I don't think I have any kind of an extension for this one either. Pardon the view of my head. Oh. So, anybody got a T10? The long shank, thin? You can hand me real quick. Anyway, I'm bummed. I wish I would have looked at this before I did all this. Let's give it another try. I think I got it, maybe. We'll see. Nope, still not quite. It did turn, though. It's not stripped, is it? Shouldn't be. Let me get a light. I have one. I own one. We'll just use my phone light. Let there be light. Okay. So that. Yeah. Well, in theory, I should be able to get those. We're gonna keep trying because I'm stubborn like that. This one is acting like it does not want to play nice. Super duper disappointing, not gonna lie. I thought this would reach all of them, but it's not reaching this one. I'm trying to get creative and do something impressive to save the day. But so far, no instances of a genius has happened in my brain. That is just like super frustrating. I need this right here. I think let's get a longer one. That I have. see if how this comes off the top here. We may have to recontinue this later. This might be a temporary failure. And I feel kind of bad about that, you know. I did not anticipate that these holes would be so small and so deep. But they are. See this one? No, that one's a little bit too big. This one. Yeah, alright. There's that. Alright. Turn this up. In theory, this should just pop off of there. But of course, it doesn't want to do that. That does not want to let go. Not very nice. I think we got it. Uh-oh. Hold up. I gotta save my glasses. I'm just gonna put these up here where the magnets are for now. My clip has failed me. Come on, clip, don't fail me now. Alright, there we go. No, I think, let's finish what we started here. Oh my goodness. Like Dr. Frankenstein. Kinda. Hey Janice. No, not a music video today. Today is just me trying to get into this Shark vac mop and see why it won't charge. From what I saw on the net, there are a number of folks that have had issues with it charging where the battery contacts were dirty inside of there, and it wasn't making contact well enough to okay, that was a little fiddly, but alright. Yeah, I was flipping the right part. The hooks are on here. Alright, anyway, that's done. So I was gonna take the head off of this to make it easier. Oh no. Oh no. No taking off it. That's bad juju. It's very complicated because this is the reservoir back here. This whole area is the reservoir, and this tube right here connects the reservoir to the head unit down here, and then that's where your pad clips on to that. So it's, I mean, it is what it is, but this, I'm not taking all that apart for, no. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. What I really want to do is get these last two Torx head screws out of here. That's what I really want to do. Yeah, childproof. One could go with that explanation because it has a certain amount of truth in it. No, get. Yeah, that just needs to be like, 1/16 of an inch longer, a couple of millimeters. Would be way enough, but it just will not seat. I thought I had them broke loose when I was testing this tool to see if it was going to work at all. Dang it. I'm not done thinking. I don't like to be defeated. And it's not a true defeat, though. It's really, you know, just me doing the thing. Looks like once we do get those screws out of there, we'll be able to get this. It looks like the front lifts away. Yeah, I can't quite. Yeah, that's how this part is going to come off and expose the battery and probably a circuit board and stuff like that. In the future, for fulfilling next year's changes in the show and the additions such as this, I think I'm pretty happy with this being on a Wednesday, or I mean a Tuesday night. Just do back to back. So do this in the evening time, or maybe even during the daytime for the amateur hour, where you see a guy struggle with the wrong tool. Well, it's the right tool at the wrong size as far as length goes. But anyway, the next thing you will see after the first of the year is probably going to be my Ibanez, my RG. Putting the new, I got a new jack for it here. And it came with screws, which is good because mine were mismatched, and it came with shrink wrap in it. But as you can see, I have a lifetime supply of shrink wrap down here. I'll never run out of that. Jungle store for $6. It was super cheap. But yeah, this is all. That's all included together. Hope the light's well enough to see it. I've only got my overhead over here. I need to get lights set up, but first I'm gonna do this board on here to get rid of this multi-level thing. So, oh man, I think what's happening, see, I can get it to engage, and I drop that down in there just like that. Now it's engaged with the head of the fastener. However, I think what's happening is I might have got it. Maybe. Oh, smokes. Good catch. I did not drop it all the way to the floor. I am victorious. Now, did I make any progress with this with this incredibly tiny screw? So yeah, let's examine this one here real quick to get my utility light. Oh, nope, I 100% know why, because these are tamper-proof Torx. And what that means is this little piece right here, the bit, this is a regular Torx. I gotta wait until it comes up here so I can see if it's focusing. So give me a little bit. Let's see. Ooh, burrito sounds good. Come on, lag. It's not lag, it's delay because, you know, I'm broadcasting to the internet. Here we go. Alright. Yeah, it's not focusing very well. And it's kind of meant to look for faces. Sorry, I gotta wait for the video to catch up with me. I'm lagging behind everybody because of my OBS screen is behind me. I need to get that fixed. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so you can see it there. It's flat. It's flat across the top here at the end of the splines for the Torx bit. And inside, this is going to be another hard one. Inside of the screw is a little bump right in the center of the star, and that you have to have. This is why I'm struggling so much with this. You have to have one of those that has a little hole drilled in the end of that so it'll fit down on there. So I lucked out and got that one. Are they all Torx? Tamper-proof? Yeah. Yeah, not really tamper-proof. I don't know why they do stuff like that. Why don't they just call it, ooh, look here, this is Torx of a different color. This is a different Torx. It's new and improved. Alright, now we're going to go to this one here. We only got one more screw to get out. We're not doing very good for the hour. How long have I been on? Anybody got a timer? What am I doing here? That is not going to work. Where is... Yeah, that one's out. 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 Where did the other one go? Aha, there it is. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are victorious. I have all of the screws. They're out of the thing. And my face doesn't match. That's such an awesome thing. I got the Face ID thing on this. And half the time it doesn't recognize me. It's not a very good one. Hey, look, TheFalcro's live. Weird. Anyway, well, let's get back up in here. Let's put this over here. I'm not firing up the soldering iron, so that won't matter. Or at least I'm not anticipating that. My little plastic scourger. See if we can separate this. Yes. Oh, I think I like it. Is there something still hanging me up right there? Well, it sure feels like it. I don't see any clips. We don't want to break it in the disassembly. That's bad for the toys. We should not do that. Okay, appears I got that side loose. Oh, look, I ka-dinged. Interesting. Oh, there we go. Okay, winner. Winner. Oh, look, there's the board. All wrapped in plastic. Whoa. A little pump down here. An unused power supply. Yep, we are in, folks. Woohoo! Okay, wait now. Wait now. Oh my goodness. Hang on a minute, I'll be right back. I'm doing personal stuff, you know, because I can. Alright. My roommate had to go into the ER last night. She's having trouble breathing. She was trying to send me an update and then sending me all of the messages. So, anyway, so that's what that was. Good information to have. I'll have to go back and read that. Let's clear all that stuff. No? Can we clear it now? When I touch the clear, you're supposed to clear. Alright. So, yeah. So far, everything seems to be working fine. Now, how do we get... Okay, so that's going to be the charge indicator light. Where are the connections for the battery charging? Okay, so that just clips underneath of those. This looks like I might be able to pop it out fairly easily. Let's take a peeky and see. Boy, no lie, these things are. Oh, put that out from under. My wooden stick is way down at the bottom. Trust me, I'm using a safety squint, and yeah, I got it. We're cruising. So we got black over red stripe on the inner one here, and we got red and black going through here, but only red's going through here. All right. Let me go. I want to get out. I have a million zip ties, so we can put the zip ties back in. This must be going up to the switch. Yeah, there's our battery pack. Right there. So they shrunk wrapped that in there together. Now, where are the contacts for the battery? Rechargeable lithium-ion battery. The battery's not swelling. That's good news. Rechargeable lithium-ion. Yeah. 1900 milliamp hours. DC 10 volts. So it's 5 volts or 3 volts. I can't see how many are inside. Trying to figure out why we got hermetically sealed this piece on here, probably to protect it from water. Scan to register this model. Like, who is gonna take it apart? You see this? This is it's a scan code on the thing. Like, somebody's gonna take their shit apart to do this. That's not gonna happen. That's just dumb. I'm sure that is to give it some measure of water resistance, but I think I'm going to have to sacrifice that because I need to see where connections go. I don't even know where the batteries is connect. I can make an educated guess, but I'd really rather see right where they came from. They give you 800 number for recyclings. Recycle RBRC lithium ion or lit dash ion. Yeah, we all know what that means. From the Huizhou Blue Way Electronics Company Limited. Wow, that's a trip. Got Shark's name all over it. This board is version 2.32. Yeah, I think I don't see a way. I'm just gonna try and peel it off, but I don't really see a way. Let me fiddle with it a minute. Well, don't be afraid to assemble it, Janice. This isn't. You don't have to get this far into technical crap. I'm just a tinkerer, so I get a personal charge out of getting into this, trying to figure out what's wrong with it, and then putting it in the deal. So I didn't really want to cut this. Maybe I could just stretch a corner a little bit. Is it glued on too? Alright, hang on. Disconnect some stuff. You know what? Let's do this. Let's take a picture of where these go. So we have this technology. We should use it to the best of our advantages. Hey Johnny, how you doing, buddy? When and would you riddle me this, Mr. Bean? Because I'm too lazy to like go look on your channel where I'm subscribed and I have notifications turned on. Because everybody should be subscribed to Johnny Bean's channel. However, I would like to know what day you do your GTA 5 thing on Twitch. Yeah, the GTA 5 thing. I'd like to cruise in there and kind of watch you play. Maybe I get some tip. I know it's a different version of GTA than I play right now, but you know, I just am not super good at it. So whatever night that is on Twitch, just drop the link in the chat, and then I'll have that from now on. Let's see, where are we at? Let's see, we're in this about 30 minutes. I'm very slow technician, huh? Ooh, look, it recognized my face. Apparently my face wasn't broken today. Pitchers, and then I want to take the pitchers of this right there. Did it come out good? Yep, did. Nice recovery. You see those lightning fast reflexes? I'm like a ninja, pretty much. Except I'm not from a place where they typically would have had, like, you know, naturalized ninjas. I suppose they still have some ninjas today. I mean, we got CIA and ATF and FBI. So I don't see why they couldn't have their own ninja. Maybe they don't call it. Maybe they're not called anything special. It's not like, you know, it's Ninja Force. That's all I got. So this appears to lift. So let's do the time warp again. Yeah. This appears. Come on, let go. Man, why is that so? Am I going the right way, first of all? Yes, I should be able to just lift you up like this and then pull the... Why? Why do you hate me so much? I feel like I'm going to pull wires out. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm not a profitable type. Victory. Victory is mine. That's all I got. There we go. I got the technique now. Oh yeah. Yeah. Come on. Oh yeah, we're in like Flynn now. And let's take this one off the board. Damn it, Jim, I gotta cut that now. Where's my things? Where's my things? I had tools. I want to... This is an incredibly dull razor knife. I need to get a new blade in it already. But if I'm careful and I go slow and I, you know... Remember, folks, aim at your buddy when cutting. At your buddy. Oh yeah, this thing is an absolute pile. What's this? Boozing. Where's that? No, that's dead on both ends. Let's do that. I should have a blade right here. Yes, it's even an unused blade. I have a lot of these blades. I love this utility knife because it's spring-loaded, so I never forget to put the blade away on this one. I got it when I worked at Wally World. And you can set the depth right here. 1, 2, 3, and lock. So you can put it where the L is showing in the, as you're looking at it like this, it's over here, and now I can lock it out. It's a little bit fiddly, but it's not bad. Most of the time I only want it on the 1. Come on. 1. There we go. And when it's set to 1, that's as far out as the blade can come. And that's perfect for most stuff, honestly. Okay, that feels like it might be cutting a little bit. Towards your buddy, remember. Cut towards your buddy. We're all good. We made it. Okay, we're free. Destroyed the thing. We'll try and leave these as untouched as possible. Okay, so that's the motor. So the motor is down here. Yeah, this is the motor down here. That's these connections. That's not that. I really, really, really would like this to come off without breaking it. Oh. So yeah, I gotta get some new small tools. I've given and lost so many over the years. My son has the important ones. He has his great-grandfather's top toolbox, and I think he's got one of my old toolboxes too. I don't know if I'm out of the shot, but I gotta do different stuff. Man, is this glued down? Why will it not? Sounded like a vacuum screamer. I'm trying desperately to not sacrifice this, but I may have to. Oh no, that's a leaf blower. No, I got it. Alright. I had to get the right picture in my brain. I'm sure if I can hear that, I'm sure you guys can. That's outside. They're in the courtyard behind my room, which I really like in the summertime. It's nice to be able to step out there, be outside for a minute, and then come back in, hang. That's very nice. In the wintertime, not so much. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to sacrifice. I think what I'll do, I'll slice it right here, and hopefully that'll allow me to peel it each way, and then I can put a piece of tape back on here and make that work. So, how is this for comfort level? Is my vocal okay? Is it because I'm just, like I said, just trying to be ambient? This is not a 3-finger rule, but yeah, let me know in the chat how we're doing, what kind of stuff we got going on in my sound. I know the lighting is weak. Lighting solutions are being considered right now. So yeah, that's why I'm going to do this. We're going to slice this right here and see if we can then peel it off that way. Because I can use... I don't see any big capacitors, so I'm not really worried about residual power zapping the shit out of me. Well, that stuff's pretty tough, I'm not gonna lie. That surprised me. Okay, now, is that enough? Is that enough to make you move? And like Flynn, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Oh, there's a wad of goo on a chip. Let's slip off of there now. Come on. Okay. I think that was the best. I think that was the best alternative for that. You probably didn't see any of that on camera, most likely, because I'm dumb like that. It is the professional amateur hour, folks. It is the professional amateur hour. Okay, yeah, we're doing crazy things. So hold on. Now let me do something. Make some goodness happen here. Oh look, it's Conspiracy Music with Doc Danger. I just turned my notification on. That's coming up in 8 or 9 days, I think. Yeah, 8 days. Anyway, let me go over here and go to here, and then I think this is the one for over here. Yes, it is. Alright, so we brought that gain up a little bit. Yeah, I don't want to have the microphone right in my face, Doc, so appreciate that. So turned it up a few dB. See how that is. Is that any better? Did I make an improvement? Hey, Frankie. Frankie, what's happening? So, I wish I had one of them microscope doohickeys. I think I'm just going to buy a magnifying glass. So there's a bunch of surface mount chips, SMCs. Heat 1, heat 2. So if this is the motor, is battery. Here it is. Okay, so here's where the batteries connect to the board. Yep, right here. These are the battery connections to the board. We got these little metal things that slip in here. I'm probably gonna have to peel these. Ooh, that doesn't feel like it wants to play very nice. Where is it? Let me see if I can get my little tool underneath of this. See if we can make this thing figure out why it won't charge. Yeah.
Oh.
What's up?
Tinkering?
Yep. I got it apart. It's fun. That's a lie. It's not fun. But I think I don't see anything obviously wrong with all these little chippy things and all this crap on the circuit board.
Yeah.
Nothing obviously burnt.
Like no water got into it.
Yeah, but I'm gonna take. Yeah, this actually had, and I had to cut this to get to the board.
That's fine.
That's all. It was actually wrapped around there, but I should be able to put it back and then put a piece of packing tape across here,
yeah.
and it should be fine. It should still protect it.
Yeah.
But I was hoping to see a broken wire or something like that. This is really pretty well put together, this little machine.
I haven't even had it 6 months. I think I got it.
You got it just before I moved in,
no.
I think, didn't you?
No, I got it when fucking Netta was here.
Oh, yeah.
Because she kept wanting to bring that vacuum.
Right, she brought that vacuum and this and that and that. Yeah.
I basically took it from her.
Well,
so this is what happens when you cost me $400 and some odd dollars.
Yeah. Then it's only fair that you get to keep the vacuum. Yeah, that's craziness.
I didn't like straight up jack it from her. I put it out there, and then she's like, "You can have it." And I'm like,
there you go. That's the right way to do things. We don't want to be, we don't want to steal stuff. We're not that low people.
Yeah. I like to think that.
We just live in the trailer park.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, if I don't.
I hear them cutting that tree finally. It did go through their roof because I saw a tarp on it.
Oh.
Last night when I was driving out, there's a huge pile of branches.
Oh yeah, there's going to be so much stuff to clean up, and that little birch tree that broke over there. That was a little uncomfortable for a minute. Trees falling all around us like that.
Yeah.
There's some big stuff out there. Yeah, I was shocked when I saw that down there. That was.
Well, shit. When I dropped off William at his mom's work hella early because I'm like, hey, I need to drop him off because I have to go to the hospital. Like, I'm getting confused, and I'm aware I'm getting confused.
Right.
And I like to get to where I'm going before I'm completely a whack job.
Gotcha.
And she's like, yeah, Mommy, that's fine. And so the route it took me from her work to Kaiser was just fucked up to start with, but
Yeah.
they put me on a road, Walker Road.
Oh.
And right when I turn, I get a little further down. I'm like, there's all these barricades, and there's high water warning.
Oh, water over the roadway.
And it's
Yeah.
night, and I'm like,
Wow.
what the fuck? And so I continue, because it says to turn. So it takes me down the dippity doo, and I'm like, I swear to God, if I drown, I'm gonna fucking kill somebody. I'm gonna haunt him when I'm dead.
Right.
But no water. But when I came back up out of the dippity doo, you could go no further on Walker. I had to turn, and luckily there was a whole bunch of cars.
Right.
So I just like followed them. I'm like, I hope this is gonna be okay. But yeah, something went, and there's still lights out in Hillsboro, like street lights.
Right.
And I had to slam on my brakes, and I skidded a little bit. But don't tell Nicole that.
Yeah, I hate it when the signal lights aren't working. It makes everything 10 times more dangerous.
Yeah.
It's as dangerous enough as it is. And then when you do that, people see that blinking light. It's so simple. It's just a 4-way stop now. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
you just go around the right of way just
when
like
it's dark,
normal.
You don't notice that light's out until
Yep.
you're in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh.
Crazy
shit.
stuff. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people do dumb stuff around. It's like they sit there waiting for the light to fix itself. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Roll.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. But on the next street over, you can see the electricity people.
Yeah.
Doing their thing.
Yeah. Our power only flickered here.
Yeah, and I think that's when that tree
hitting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the only one I heard fall was that one. And I ignored it because it didn't really sound like anything major.
Yeah.
It could have been Willem playing out, with the cat or whatever, for as far as what I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I have a dilemma.
Yeah?
I have to go get meds. And I can drive and everything. William can come, but William cannot go into the hospital.
Well, he can stay here. I'm fine with that.
Oh, you don't mind him staying here? I was going to drag you with me and then have you wait.
No, he can stay here.
Oh, okay.
I kind of want to hang on to this and do this thing and see if I can fix it or not today so we can decide what's going to happen. So, yeah, just leave him here. If he needs something, he can just come and knock on the door and I'll be right here.
Okay, cool.
That was my roommate, folks. We had a windstorm here a few days ago and lost some trees. Birch tree fell about 20 feet over this direction. And then, I mentioned this last night in my live too, another one went down a fir tree, like an 80-footer, went down on top of the very end apartment on the row over here that I look at when I open up my door and go outside. And we had just looked out there at that one and standing there in my doorway, and she had just said, hey, that tree is really waving. The wind was blowing pretty significantly, and it wasn't more than 10 minutes. I'm gonna exaggerate it just a little bit, but it felt more like 5 when my hearing's terrible and I wear headphones all the time. But anyway, she came back in and said that the fir tree went down, and yep, sure enough, went right through their roof. I didn't hear about anybody getting hurt, but that's usually our most dangerous things here in the Willamette/Tualatin Valley area is freezing rain. We're much more likely to get freezing rain here than we are to get come on, let go. If you wonder what I'm doing, this is a sticker. I need to see how the board, I took the screws out of it, the board doesn't want to move. Well, I need to test it, and I need to test the batteries out of circuit, and so now I'm figuring out how to take this apart. By gently removing these stickers, I want to reapply them. It won't be as perfect as when it was new, but you see I'm not using my fingers really at all. So, man, this is some sticky glue. It's coming off pretty clean though, which is cool. That out there. Oh no, it's not new. She's actually had this a lot longer. She was standing there talking about it. She's actually had this a lot longer than she realized. So, but it's no big deal. I've been here now for 8 or 9 months. When did I move in here? June, July. July, I think I moved in here. So July, July, May. 6 months. Been here 6 months. I had the math. Sorry. Hey Doc, what's happening? That my vocal sounding better now? Is it a little higher, or could I add a little bit of heat to it? Wondering there. I'm sure somebody told me something. Ta-da, ta-da. Well, it is what it is. So I get a tinker with it, see if I can fix it. If it's broke, it's not the end of the world. If it's unfixable, a lot of things are these days. But my philosophy, very much like my mate Vince out of the UK. I think he's actually in Great Britain, in England somewhere. Anyway, clearly he's in England somewhere. I kind of separate the lower half into England and the upper half into Scotland, and then all the provinces, you know, Nottingham Forest, or I know I'm making that up, just being funny, but craziness. So these batteries, there's no big caps on here to worry about, so I probably won't get my get the snot pee-wadded out of me. That'll be good. All right, cool. Because I try and leave headroom. I just turned everything way down when Justin told me I was clipping week before last. So I could try and figure out why I was clipping so badly, and I figured it out. Classic gain staging. Classic game staging. Gain staging, not game. Oh my goodness. So that's that. This. Okay. These are spot welded. Shit. I have to desolder things. I have to get the battery pack off the board. To get the battery pack off the board, I have to desolder these four. Now, thankfully, they're large anchor points. But this one, let me go up here. This one and this one. And then, once I've got the solder out of there, then I should be able to lift the board off of here. So, because I got to figure out the battery circuit anyway for how the charger works. So I'm going to need to plug that part back in for the LED up front, which is going to be one of these. Was there? Let me see here. Yeah, there's no electronics. No electronics on this part whatsoever. So we got this down here. The pump's in there. I think if this pump fails, this thing is garbage, because it looks like it was placed in and then sonic welded. Yeah. So, yeah, this ain't coming apart right here. Not without some destructions. Hey, Frank Turzo, what's happening, my friend? Glad to see you. Glad to see you. So, I don't need to take the other sticker off. I'll just clean this up with some isopropyl alcohol, and I'll put the, I'm going to call it the Band-Aid. I'll put this back on. It's still got plenty of glue left on it. As you can see, I just barely touched it with this, and away we went. So, but I'm going to leave that end on. It's pointless to do that. So, we know this is the motor. So this is motor power right here. The board says Shark Ninja. I don't have a microscope. I know them guys, they zoom all in. I could zoom this in and bring the thing down, but these cameras don't like macro. They just don't. They're not really meant for it. So I'll bring this down. And this, hold up. Come on. Get off of that. Whew. Okay. Now, sorry. I was having a fight with my camera. My cameraman's screwing up now. I need to move these a little bit. There we go. Yeah. My guitar stand likes to walk a little bit. So, just waiting for this to settle back so I can make sure I got you guys looking more decenter at me. Alright, we're getting close now. You can see that it's over this. So, we got... Yeah, lights are in order. We need lights, most definitely. So right here it says Shark Ninja. I don't know if it's focusing yet or not, or how well I'm framing it. I don't see any damage to any of it. Nothing appears to be melted. All this goop they've got on here, some kind of tar or silicone or something like that. Move this back here. His solders all look good. These little tiny caps all look fine. I don't see any burn spots on the board. All of it's looking pretty good. Whoa. Yeah, I need to get I have a really cool architecture light. It draws so much power. It's old school, big ballast. Was an architecture type lamp drawing, but professional, meant to clamp onto your desk, and they're pretty valuable still even today. This the one I have is very rough, but still works fine. The ballasts are still good, but it's a huge power draw. If I use it, I'd have to turn off all my electronics, turn it on, and then bring all my electronics back up, because when it hits, the power hits the ballast, or ballasts in this case, because it's a twin bulb, you'll see the lights dim and then come back. So yeah, I don't want to start it up when my computer is on. And it's kind of too bright for this area. Our hour is up, and I've just gotten to the inspection phase, so I don't want to hold everybody up and whatnot. So I mean, I can continue, not a problem. You guys all good with hanging out still and want to see me keep going on this? Start doing some testing with the multimeter and put some power to it and stuff like that. If you guys want to see it, then I will stay and do the thing. Because unlike when Marshall does his stuff, his guitar repairs and amp repairs and stuff, he's got a job to do as well as what he's doing with his regular Lutherie. So I just don't want to waste anybody's time. I have no idea what I'm doing. As far as I've never had one of these apart before. I'm learning as I go. Go to the jungle store and find, or maybe I'll get one of those iFixit kits. Anybody bought one of those? Are they pretty good quality tools? The kits look nice as far as the tools they come with, but I don't know about durability. Well, Zach says yes. Yeah, sweetness. Man, oh man. Burp, burp. So, alright, well, we'll keep going. I see the one yes, but that's enough for me. I need very little encouragement. I'm quite the ham. Very shy and resigned. It's not true. I'm always worried about what you guys think of me. Those are for the circuit board. I'm trying to keep these screws up here together. I got my little magnetic holder board, which is cool. Don't get me wrong. I like this board. I wish it had 4 or 5 of the little clippy things. but I do like these magnets. I'll show you. Um, you see they've got that slot in them. Well, that happens to be the exact thickness of a circuit board right there. And there's 4 of these magnets that sit down here on this. You can see the corner of it. Whoops, sorry about that. You can see the corner of it here. I got that sitting there. And that just holds the thing to the deal. So, alright, I gotta get a little bit organized. I need to get like a tool tray, or not a tool tray, magnetic tray for putting things into, and I'm also gonna get a blue mat. Right on, beer drinking Aussie. Thank you for that compliment. That was amazingly wonderful. So let's put this back up here. And this over here. What comes from the light? Yeah, see that? That won't move from there without some serious... Yeah, that's the whole handle and everything. If I want to do something with that, I've got to unclip it. I got to break the seal at the bottom. Yeah, we're not going to try that. That's just not going to happen. So that went in there, and then these went through here. I'm trying to put these back the way they were so that they're in the right spot. All of the wires went through here. And then this was over here. And then this one was the reds, like this. The reds all went right through here, like that. This is why I do cable management in my computer. There it goes. That's down in there now. And then I put, oh, no, you stay down there. You don't need to come out of that. It's just, don't piss me off, bro. I'll get you. I'll get you, my pretty. I gotta get, come on, get over that. And then go down there, and then like that. And then you go stay. Get in your hole. There. And then you get in your hole. There. And then that goes up here. This goes over here. Come on. Alright, that gets me back to 1-ish square. Is there? God dang it. How did that get over there? I thought this. Hold on. Remember that OCD thing I was talking about? Yeah, well, it's rearing its ugly head right now. Now I gotta take these wires all back out again because somehow I got that black one in the wrong spot. So these go in here like that. These go in here. The thick one has to go on top because it's the tightest one, and it holds all the rest of them in. Alright, the wind. There is that. So this is going to be for my switch. This is for, that's got to be the motor. This big heavy connection. Yeah, that's motor. This is probably the pump. Let's see, that plugged in. That plugged in over here. It's 1, 2. I wish there were words right here other than Shark Ninja. Might have to look up the schematic online to find out where the... Because what I want to do is plug in the power supply and see if I'm getting voltage on the board, and I have to do that through here. then I can test my battery connections and see. And I would imagine, let's see, these are positive or negative. Which side is which? This is, okay, so they're flipped. This is positive, negative, positive. So if I go from here to, shit, I might have to take that other sticker off. This is going to be the positive on this side. Positive, negative, positive, and this is going to be then negative, positive, negative. So if I put one here, negative, positive, negative. Boy, oh boy. If you wonder what I'm doing, I'm looking for, like, this is labeled right on the board, says motor. I'm looking for one that says battery. Okay, here's B plus, so this is positive. These are running in series, so probably about 3 volts each battery. Ooh, what's the, oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. No way, are you kidding me? Damn it. Oh, that's sneaky dirty pool. That is sneaky dirty pool. There is, try, light's gonna suck. If you look, where's it at now? I losed it. This one right here. So here's battery negative, here's battery plus on this thing. Sorry if my camera's whacking out. There's gonna be neater stuff. This will improve over time. I will learn things. Anyway, look at this little spot right here on the board. You see those 3 little spots of solder? Hope that's getting in the frame and is visible. And I gotta let the thing catch up with me. Once I get the computers networked, I'll be able to put something here. I can have my OBS. I can move it over here. Once I have the iMac up and running. Anyway, yeah, okay, you can see those pretty good. So that is solder, and it goes to right here. This board is soldered through the board and into and into the plastic that covers the battery. So without desoldering, I can't do anything there. So I'm going to have to do all my testing and hope that I can find the problem on this side of the board. Joy and rupture. Now, I don't have fancy tools. I'm pretty utilitarian. A lot of my tools have been stolen over the years, and I had to sell a lot when I was trying to win my disability. Turn this back this way a little bit. I think that's going to get me more centered in the frame. Anyway, so yeah, I'm down a lot of stuff. All my modeling tools for doing models, which you'll see when this is goals, man. I can do models here, but I need a flat piece of plywood. I don't want MDF, or I guess I could use OSB, oriented strand board. It's a little bit different to use an epoxy, not a standard glue, but it could just be a plain old ordinary 2x3 piece of plywood. Anything over 3/8 of an inch should be fine. Probably could even go quarter, but 3/8 to half inch would be more than strong enough for holding all this. I don't have the different level thing. I can do different stuff. So anyway, let's go. Let's go. I have no idea what I'm doing. Don't copy me. If you think I'm here to show you how to fix something the right way, that's not a deal, I promise. Let's see here. Let's go look at voltage DC. DC voltage. Go to the 20 scale. So anyway, I don't have a fancy, if my meter doesn't beep when I have it in continuity mode. So let's test this battery. Wow. Wires. Yeah, this is just a multimeter that turns on and shows you stuff. It does some stuff here too. I don't know what that's all about. Let's see, am I framed? Have I got it framed here? Yeah. All right. So you can see the be upside down to you though, won't it? Yeah, that's upside down to you. So let's turn that over. Seem bound and determined to twist these together. I know not why. Because I can. See if there's any voltage in these batteries. This battery plus is right here. See if we got anything at all. Oh, I broke the tip. I broke the tip. Dang it. That makes me sad. 10.47 volts. The battery is fully charged. Close, anyway. That is cool. I didn't know that this had polarity protection. What do we got coming out of here? This is negative. I know I'm covering it up for a minute. You'll get to see it, I promise. That, and then that down in there. You got anything here? Anything at all? No power here. Do we has a power here? Let's go. Middle is ground. Oh, I need that tip. Damn it, because this thing is way big now, and I need that little tip. I'm trying to cheat a little bit. Can I get on these? Definitely can get on that one. Whoops. There. We got 3.2, 3.1 right in there somewhere volts on that. And that one is that one for the switch? Hold up. Is this one for that switch? Okay. That switch goes there. Okay, we got a light. We got a flashing light. What does this do? just a mechanical click on the switch. Making sure there wasn't any other relays or any of that kind of hoopla in here. So that one's got to go there. This one will go here. And nope, that's the wrong way. That looks about right. And this one, so now we got the motor connected, and this one goes here. Alright. Let me verify this with my picture. I'm pretty sure I got it right. Gallery. Yeah, I'm singing dumb songs. So yeah, that one is there. This one went to the board here. Yep, that's those two. The thinner ones go over here to this, and the larger one has to go there, and this goes up to the switch. Absolutely nothing. Certainly does not appear as there's any corrosion on the battery ends. Oops, it's backwards. Let's test to see if we're getting voltage everywhere. Okay, voltage right off the batteries. We know we got voltage here. So do we have... We're just checking physical connections right now. This is going to be fucked up. Alright. There. I am going to have to make myself some pseudo probes out of an old paper clip or something. Grind that down with sandpaper to make a point back on it. I don't have any power tools in that respect. Yeah, I have to do that. This is, unfortunately, I cannot. I want to test the wires on this side. I don't have a probe with which to test them, and I cannot make the negative touch that. Can I make it touch here? Because technically that wire just goes through to here. So if I do positive here, make it this, well, and then to touch the negative down here. 6 volts. So yes, we have power going through and up to the switch. This is encased in metal. I don't think that's an issue at all. No, we have. Oh, there's the leaf blower again. Test. I want to test some motor connection again. So this can go in there. Should be able to just push this one up inside of the connector here to make contact. side. That goes on down to the motor. So this, shove that up there. Come on. Get up in there. Make sure that's getting contact. Definitely on the positive side. No voltage going out of the board to the motor. Alright. I wonder what that 5 flashes means. I have to look that up. This thing, finally this thing. Alright, now I need them light. Alright, more lumenses. Alright, there's that. Where do those go? Well, we got power over here. We know there's power in the batteries. I know that light's probably super harsh for you guys. Turn it off so don't waste those batteries. I'll get better lighting so you guys will be able to see more what I'm doing. So that comes off of the positive. Battery negative is here. Apparently we're chopping. Or hammering, but it sounds more like a chopping. So what is that? You guys, this stuff is, I see why those guys invest in the microscopes. Because this stuff is too small for me to show it to you in this camera. There's no way. You can have the overview and that's about it. Oh look, I'm in settings. How did that happen? Let's make the screen go dark. Alright, well, I am at a point where I need to do some research, I think. I still can't see anything obviously wrong with the board. There's a slight bit of discoloration in the solder mask, or whatever they call that stuff when it's at the factory. There's lots of leftover flux. Clearly didn't give a shit about washing the boards. This is probably the main chip. Yeah, I think I need to get a schematic and see where the power goes to, get some values, and then test for some power in some different places. Like, here's a weird one. These heat 1 and heat 2. H-E-A-T. To my knowledge, this has no heater in it. So this must be also for another piece of equipment that Shark makes that does have a heated something or another. So I'm not calling this a fail. I'm calling this a need more information. So I'm going to do some research, see what I can find out about this board. Make sure I'm testing it correctly. because I don't know what I'm doing. It is entirely possible that I'm doing it wrong. Definitely should not do what I do. I need to get a disclaimer for my screen to make it say like Vice Grip Garage. I'm an idiot. Do what I do at your own risk, unless you're really super desperate. That guy cracks me up. I love Vice Grip Garage. All right, well, I am going to pack up some tools while we chat and whatnot. Let's bring this over here. I can see my chat and visit with you guys for a minute. Oh boy, that just happened, didn't it? There. Okay, now I gotta re-aim. Whoa, slow down, Turbo. All right. So you're gonna see my iPad coming into view here pretty quick. Hey, how you doing, Justin? Yeah, there is some, but it's inconsistent. It uses, to charge the batteries, it uses 12 volts DC to charge them, and it's at 10 volts now. I should at least be able to get some life out of the motor, clicking or moving or something for the vacuum motor, and then there's a little pump, and I can't even operate the pump. That would be from here. This little button up here is what sprays your stuff down at this end. So its requirements are to charge the battery. No, it's not. I thought it was 12 volts out of it. It's 10.8 volts. There's almost, it's completely full battery. There's got to be something wrong on the other one. So there we go. There you go. And I did check the wall wart piece. I did check that piece, Justin, and it is putting out 10.9 volts or something like that. So it's enough. It's not, and that makes, I expect that kind of thing from China. It's one of those things. So the battery pack actually right now is fully charged according to the specs that are on the machine. I have about 10.8 volts from B1 plus to B1 minus. I'm definitely getting power to the switch wire right here, so it can do the switchies. And doing the switch will make the LED flash. The LED is somewhere in here, I don't remember where, that tells you that it's green charged, but it's just coming up with 5 red flashes. And I don't have, so I've got 10.8 volts on the board from the batteries directly. I have 3-ish volts on this one right here, which is the switch. I think it was 3.6. And then I had 5 and change on this one, which goes to a light. So this goes to the motor for the vacuum, and this goes to the pump for the water. So the 5 volts runs the pump. It doesn't have to work very hard. I can see where it is. Well, that's something I've got to figure out. I need to set up. So there's going to be a part 2 of this, probably in the next day or so after I do some research. I need to find a power supply that I can use, that'll allow me to put out the voltage. Probably could use the wall wart, but I hate, that's the improper way to use it. And come off of it with a couple of jump wires. Semi-dangerous, but it is what it is. Yeah, all I get is 5 red flashes which we presumed when we started that meant this was not charging. Well, it is charging. This is completely charged, but it's not allowing voltage through the board. I don't have voltage coming out here at all. There is no voltage coming out of this one right here. I've got it everywhere else on the board that I can test. Now I gotta struggle a little bit on the struggle bus and make that a better point. Get some sandpaper, grinder, or something. I don't know. Anyway, because the small tip that used to be there broke it off. This has been around for like 20 years. I used to carry it in the truck with me everywhere I go. Do you think it's broke, Epi? Welcome, by the way. So yeah, I need to find. I need to find a power supply that I can use to put voltage, just bypass this board completely in these batteries and just run power from there. I don't have a bench power supply at this time. That's one of the tools that became missing from storage. So I don't know who got them, but anyway. Well, I'm sorry I gotta disappoint you, and we'll have to come back for a part 2. I'll do the same thing I did today. We'll get this going. Why is my phone beeping at me? I'm doing things. Oh, hold on a sec. I'll be right back. Hang on. I gotta go check on a kiddo. Oh, hello, I'm back. Whee! Oh, alright, fat man sitting. I love this chair my friend gave me. Oh, I'm going to play with my Stores and Bickle thing, too. I think I ordered a charger. I hope I did. I meant to. I'll check on that when the live stream's over. So let me answer my roommate, and then we'll be good to go. And I'll finish my goodbyes, and stuff. So just talk amongst yourselves. Yeah, but it's fun, and if I can make it work even for a little while longer, if I can figure out why it's not getting power to the motor out of the board, and make it get that power out of the board, then it stays out of the landfill, and it's less plastic. That's why, it's fun. Not only do I enjoy learning about this board, because I never knew anything about it until now, and now I know a number of things about it. But yeah, I hate plastics. Plastics is going to kill this population of the world well before the global warming gets us, or we have another ice age. Yeah, it's just my opinion. Nobody has to believe it. Nobody has to agree with it, but it just absolutely... I think this 90 billion tons that's estimated to be in the oceans, and that's just the floating garbage that we're talking about. The islands in the oceans of plastic where the currents have pushed them all together. Yeah, that's yeah, that's just what's floating, folks. Plastics. I don't hate them. I just hate that they can't be made biodegradable very easily and cost effectively. I recycle bags, my garbage bags, and my trash can. Hang on here. I probably talked about this before, but these are like the old school grocery bags, grocery outlet, Safeway, Fred Meyer's, wherever you go. These are biodegradable. They turn into inert matter within 90 days. So I don't have to deal with any of those problems. That's what's wrong. I'm not connected. I wondered why I couldn't hear that fat guy. So, all right. So there's that. Trying to stay on task and answer my roommate because I really suck at this, adulting thing. Just chilling on the couch. There we go. Roommate answered. Being a good boy and answering. So yeah, I do that as just part of this. Oh, I absolutely agree. I agree. It's a quality control issue in the long run. Things need to be built much more like they were 50-ish years ago, not with products and technology, but with the mindset that you're going to make this as durable as it could be. With the materials you have, make it easily serviceable, make parts available. Like in the automotive industry, manufacturers, they make a new model car or they make a change to an existing model car. In the US, I don't know what it is in other parts of the world, but in the US, they have to produce enough spare parts for that vehicle that they will last about 10 plus years. Because here, automakers are required to make cars that are repairable in some fashion. So, yeah. So I'll work on my angle for getting some kind of a little power supply. Maybe I'll go on to Craigslist or something, find somebody local, maybe give them away a computer power supply and convert that over to a benchtop. It's pretty easy. And then I can end up with a 3-volt rail, a 5-volt rail, and a 12-volt rail. And I think I can actually do 2 or 3 12-volt rails if I want to put that many connectors. Anyway, that'll be another project. I'll do that one live too, because you get to cut the thing apart and then reconfigure it, and it's if you haven't watched a video on it, it's kind of a fascinating process, and it's really cool when you're done. You've got about a reliable 5 to 7 amp-ish load benchtop power supply. And it's not going to stand up to a real benchtop or dial it up or whatever kind you want to use that way. But it'll work, and it's effective, and it's clean power, so you can run anything through it. But you could set yourself up with a USB charged thing, and that sounds like a good project to do for what I want to do here. It'll get me soldering with my fancy soldering gun again, and yeah, I think it'll be good. So yeah, when I'm ready to continue on, I've got some power supply stuff figured out. I will get back in there and schedule another live, hopefully in the next day or so. And I'm probably going to do a midday again like this, around 1:30 or so Pacific time. And it's going to be pretty much the same as this, except I'll have different tools. And then we'll continue on and see if we can figure out what's wrong with this thing. I'm really looking forward to this project, and I have over here, let me do that. There's projects there that we're gonna do. Yeah, it's gonna be a mighty fine deal. I'll get this back up here and let's see what are we working with? What are we working with? What do we have? What do we have? It's a camera. Alright, now it's coming back around. I'm almost caught up with myself. How are we pointed? No, we need to come more. That's pretty good. Trying to get her straighter. Oh. Alright, that's pretty close for now. Close enough for the girls I don't go out with. Yeah, it would be nice to find a partner. Not for sex or any of the dumb stuff. It's just me talking about thoughts that run through my brain. And I'm not talking about getting laid or whatever. That's dumb. I'm not in high school anymore. That's secondary. But it'd be nice to find a person that I could just hang with and cohort with and do things with, and you know, we could be, well, a couple. Doesn't have to be any romance, doesn't have to be anything. We'd just be good friends, you know. But my roommate here is cool, but we are not compatible as a couple. It's just, we're different kinds of people. And she's nice, she's cool, she treats pretty fair as far as coming along with these you know, being fair in rent and power and the stuff that I pay extra for that's included in my rent payment. So there's that. So now we got now we got that put back away. I'll have to make that be good, because nobody's gonna make anything like that. Maybe I'll just get a new set of probes, because these are pretty common even still. Although probably not. They're probably proprietary on things like flukes, speeders, and things like that. The size probably is their deal. So yeah, it's been fun hanging with you guys, and right, yeah, this is actually my roommate's vac mop, but it's a nice little unit. It does a great job. And it doesn't get a ton of use. We use it a little once in a while in the kitchen to run on the floor in there, and then the bathroom floor. The other is all done with carpet shampooer and vacuums that way. So, anyway, we'll continue on, and I'll try and learn some more things about this. We'll have some fun, and I'm pleased with how this microphone sounds now. I'm convinced I got rid of all my 3 full stages of gain that I was running on it before. So now it's back down into normalcy. I need to work on my keyboard some, because it has an issue. My MIDI keyboard does things inside of Reaper that I've never programmed it to do. And it's when I'm hitting the keys. It's keys on the keyboard that are playing it. I gotta go figure out what those are and get those commands deleted out. Because I was sitting here playing the keyboard last night, dinking around, just la 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 la, you know, it was wonderful, and people were excited to see me again. Not really. I did 5 or 6 ARM start recording things, not only for my keyboard strip track, but also for the Ruby guitar track and the Ibby guitar track. It just did little snippets like start recording, stop recording, start, you know, stop, start, doing that. So I don't know what that's all about. I will say that it sucks, so I have to figure that out. There's always something to do. Always something to do. Always something there to remind you. Yeah, right. So, anyway, we'll try and not lose stuff. Try and get things together and make them be there. Still 5 weeks behind on my Wednesdays. Well, yeah. I'll have to get that go. Yeah, I like to use things as long as possible. And it looks like a lot more than it actually is. This board there's a lot of components on it, probably around, on this side of board anyway, probably around 150 or so, but the chips are all metal legged, because these can be desoldered and resoldered quite easily. Not by me, because I'm not an expert and stuff, but this soldering iron that I got should allow me to do a better job, because I have some different shaped tips now. So it's just this board. All the rest of this is just the batteries. This is just the batteries. So we know we got power going into the board. We know we got power to the switch. We know we got power to the pump. But we do not have power to the motor. So I got to get a hold of some kind of that power supply. We'll figure out why it's not getting there. I could desolder this board off of the batteries at these little points where it's soldered on. Let's see, where are those? Yeah, one right here. Yeah, there's one right here where it's the they soldered with metal solder, lead free probably. They soldered the plastic backing and case. Yeah, that is definitely attached right there. I can get my fingernail between there, but it won't. It won't lift. So, yeah. And then there's another one. Where is it? That's an alignment pin. I guess that's the only one besides the screws. Let's get 2 screws, and then these, of course, are soldered down. Yeah. So I'll start working on the other part of it, and then we'll get back on here and we'll see if we can finish it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you're having fun. I'm hoping to learn a lot of new stuff. I'm hoping to have fun with you all. All right. So many things, so little time. You gotta go over there. Don't get stuck to things. I'm gonna put you back over here, right up in there. Sorry, folks. I know I randomly talk. Just how I talk to myself when I'm not online too. When I'm just working in my room. Yeah, same thing. Same thing. My fancy, super tiny grabbers. They came with my soldering iron. If this thing just works reasonably well for even a few jobs, it will have paid for itself. Literally paid $20 for that soldering station. It's temperature adjustable. You from 100 to 900 degrees or something like that. Just infinitely adjustable. You can display in Celsius or in Fahrenheit. And it came with solder, the stand, the holder for the solder on the stand. These things, whatever the heck they are, tweezers. There it is. And what else did it come with? I'm presuming that's a chainsaw in there cutting up the trees. So anyway, so I gotta look for some tools. I need some better screwdrivers by the time I put this back together, unless I don't fix it. But I just gotta have longer ones because these are too big, too fat, and the ones out of this kit are too short. So this screwdriver set's been around for 25-ish years. I wore out the original handle. Magnet fell out of the inside of it. It had an extendable telescopic magnet grabber on it. It was a piece of shit. And that wore out, and it fit this perfectly. This is a Husky set. Well, I got this. This is from the Crescent tool brand, like, you know, Crescent wrench. Make sure you get a metric and a standard crescent wrench, because you need to be able to adjust those increments properly. Don't try and use a metric crescent wrench on a standard bolt, because it's different. The drive flanks, yeah, it's a lie. It's a lie. Anyway, I just like to be funny. Nice. So you've been into a bit. You've seen a thing or two, because you've done a thing or two, Effie. Oh my goodness. So that was how the professional amateur hour is going to go. I know I'm not going to fix everything successfully, but hopefully we'll have some fun checking it out. They'll all be live. I like doing lives. I like hanging out and looking here and talking and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm thinking about a blue or yellow mat for laying down once I get the plywood. I'm not even gonna worry about that now, because as it is, I couldn't even use a mat right here because the dual step. This is, you know, it's a 2x4 material. It's 1 3/4 tall, 10 inches or so wide, and about 5 feet long, roughly. Maybe a little under. But anyway, it used to hold up my TV, and I could just take everything off except for that, but then I don't have a place to put my things. So really, I just want to get that piece of plywood, lay that over this. Then once I've got that done, I can have flat storage to satisfy my flatosis. I can move the iMac up here and have that screen to look at for my chat. It's a 21 inch, so being as close as I'll end up being, it's going to be great. What I will probably do long term is I'll probably build a riser for it, so that I don't lose all of the desktop space in its footprint. So that'll be a thing, and that'll get rid of the iPhone. Well, it's not an iPhone, it's an iPod Touch. It'll get rid of this, which is just, let's see if I can do this. I take this off of here. I'll show you my contraption I made. So let me go. Close that. To this screen. To this screen. Hang on, I know it's getting all weird. So there's that. Now let's switch this around to the other camera. Why can't I change the camera? There. Okay, I don't know why that wouldn't change in portrait. Or I mean landscape. So this is what I have for my mic holder right now. This is a phone clamp or whatever. iPod, iPad, or not iPad. It's not big enough. Won't go far enough. This is adjustable, so that sits in that spot. Then I had an old piece of gooseneck thing, and it had this clip on it, and it's very strong. And then I had a cheapy little tripod. I took the top off of the tripod. See if I can get underneath there. I don't know if you can see in there. Turn it upside down, maybe you can. There, let me. I know it's dark. I'm trying to get it into the light. Right there. So that's what held it to the tripod legs. It was a tiny one, and the little legs were telescoping. So I just put it through the hole where the gooseneck used to come out of here, with this on the top, and I got a portable phone mount. It cost me exactly nothing, so I'm pretty happy about that. Hang on. Put that up here. My battery's gonna die in this lovely Apple piece, so we're gonna lose this camera anyway. Let me turn that back to the other camera. Nope, I gotta turn it. That's weird. I cannot switch front to back cameras in landscape mode. I have to be in portrait mode. Uh-oh. Now we did it. Can we turn it the other way? Why can't I turn it back to me? Well, I messed that up. So let's turn this around. That's one of the beauties of it, is I can turn around and use the other camera. And this You can look at it from the overhead. We'll also how did I do that? I got this to rotate somehow. You can rotate this another way too. So that's cool. I know you're getting motion sick. I'll turn that around. Anyway, I'll see y'all later. We get out of here. Hey Gordy, welcome. Welcome. Frank, thanks for hanging out. We've had quite a few in here. Frank Terzo, Epphonium, Gordium, Zach Thong. You guys were all out there hanging around doing fun stuff. So there is, let's get this going here. Stop holding it so I can stop making you guys have the motion sicknesses. There we go. Maybe. Of course, the camera's in a different spot, so now I gotta fuck with it. I can't zoom this one. I don't know why it won't accept the front-facing camera, but it won't. So this is clearly zoomed way in. So, hey, Michael. You just caught me shutting down. I was trying to get into this. Why this doesn't have power coming out of here. Just as something fun to do. Talking about my setup here for repair and things that I have. I'm looking forward to this, whether it works or not. So, you can watch a replay. It's going to be probably an hour and a half long, ish, maybe a little bit longer, because it takes me forever to say goodbye. So, just totally digging you guys. We're having fun. Let me change scenes. I'm going to spin us all around, and we're going to be over there. So, hang on. Alright, get that, this, that can go up there. Let's change this to the solo scene. There he is. Okay, it's much more normal. You can see my iPad hanging out back there. That is the new iPad. I hate this reversed camera. It's great for you guys because you see the words the right way, but for me, when I'm looking at myself, left is right and right is left. I don't like it. So, anyway, I'll go over here. I want to get my chat back out so I can talk to folks. I'll go here. Should have a notification. I had one. Where is... Wow, I don't have a notification. I have to have a notification. Really? Right here. Why couldn't I just be there? Notification. There. No, muted that. It's all good. We're gonna come back for a part 2 on that shark back mop. I need to make her get a little power supply so I can run voltage directly into it. It's got to be somewhat adjustable. I mean, I can see if the motor will run with 12 volts. It's only 2 volts over the rating, and it's going to run for seconds, so it's not going to ruin it. So, that's the easiest thing to do with my hair. That, or when I get out of the shower and I brush it back like this, and then it naturally parts in the middle all by itself, and then I just let it fall. So, thanks, Gordy. I appreciate the compliment. I'm trying not to deflect compliments. That's something I'm working on. Guitar is coming along epically. I'm very, very happy with how that's all turning out. So we'll keep doing this, and we'll keep going from here to other places. You know what I could do? I could bring this microphone down, because I actually have both mics on. So I like that it's not clipping anymore. I like that I figured out my gain stage problem. Yeah, I did need 3 gain stages on it, and this, I could probably turn this down lower. See, that's, if I turn the preamp down on the Focusrite to about 11 o'clock, then that puts me right at -10, talking in a relatively normal voice. I'm a loud talker anyway, and I sing even more loudly. So, you know. Oh no. it corrode the end pieces too? Yeah, battery holder corroded. God dang it. Well, yeah, I had that turned way down on purpose. That was using both these mics, the SM57 as the main one when I'm over on that scene, and this one is just on, but it's up another 2 feet and back another 2 feet. So yeah, this is definitely something there. Oh yeah, you see that? Look at this. So I got my little gaming thing, and here's the coolest deal. These are Logitech headsets. First of all, look at the color. Okay, it's got pink on it. Okay, it's got a mute function. It is Bluetooth. It has 18 hours of battery life while using it as a headset, supposedly talking and all that stuff. Um, and they sound really good, super comfortable. They're light. They are awesomely light. They could have made this a little bit better. The plastic is flexible enough at the end that it'll get that little forward tilt it needs for over your ears like this. But I got this specifically for my PS4. And it's right now using its own little dongle. I think they call it Lightning something, Lightning Striker or something. Anyway, I could look it up, but it's its own little USB transmitter. You plug that into your system, whatever it is, computer, PS4, whatever, doesn't matter. And that uses its own proprietary signal to talk to this. So you don't have to pair them up. And then you can pair these to a second device, and you can switch between those two devices by, I think, hitting the short tap or short press on the power button. Will switch you between the two devices. So if I wanted this to my PS4 and also to my computer, I could do that. But I'm weird. These were, okay, so I could get the black ones. Everything was on sale. Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, yeah. Those springs are actually available. Um, you can actually get those springs by themselves. It's pretty cool. But anyway, these are for my PS4, specifically for that. And that's kind of what I do with headsets. I have two different headsets for the PC. I have these KB Bear is how I say that. I have these K-Bear in-ears, and they're pretty in-ears, and they're pretty good. They sound decent. They have a tendency to, when you first put them in, they're nice and snug, and they got decent bass for an in-ear. But as you sit and they relax, they kind of come away a bit. So now that I know I like the sound well enough to use them, and then of course I have my K240s over there. These will allow, I'm going to get a molded ear something or other. So it's like the little rubber things that go over these. It's like these, only they got more stuff. And they are that foam that is not like the old spin ones in your finger where you made the marshmallow smaller and then shoved it in deep in your ear to do that. Not that kind of stuff, but the actual memory foam. Well, these, apparently you can slip them over and then push them into your ears and they stay tight to your ears. So I don't want to spend a lot, but these are pretty good, and they're like a $20 set of in-ear monitors. They're really decent. You can, because they have the little connector here, the 2-pin connector. They make a loop cord that has a Bluetooth receiver in it, so you can make these Bluetooth if you want to. I just don't need any more latency. Yeah, I was going to ask that same thing, Gordy. That's a great question. Can you use it with a 9-volt adapter? Or if it's a Casio, it's probably a 9-volt. My Casio, I have a 1985 Casio right over there. That was there. Oh, that's cool, Epi. That's awesome. I'm really glad. Let me pop this chat out. Because clearly I'm having separation anxiety issues today. There. Oops. No. What did I just do there? I want that. And then there, like that. That's how they go. Now I got my chat over here where you guys you're in my vision of sight. So yeah, I actually have two MIDI controllers. I have a Radium 49 key MIDI controller, which is what I used to use at the other house, and now I have the Nexium. That's the one you see behind me, leaning up against the dad drawers. Um, that's normally sitting right there. That's the one that keeps weirding out on me. That even though I reset it and it shouldn't have any programming in it, it still will start and stop recording, and it's like arming and recording all the tracks. Or it's starting recording on everything that's armed. Let me say it that way. And whatever key it is, and it's like I was playing a song on the keys, so I don't know what it. I got to get into it and figure out how I can make those not do things in Reaper while my back is turned to the screen and I'm playing, because I didn't hear it make a noise, a beep, a quirk, nothing. So I've used vinegar and wire brush many times and gotten more, but if the springs are gone, they're gone. The cool thing about that is you can make your own spring with some. You can actually use some paperclip wire. It works pretty good. You have to get the lighter ones for those type. So if you use the standard paper clips or the big ones, that's going to be a heavy spring. So you need to get the cheapy like Dollar Tree things. You can just wrap those around a cone of any kind, and that'll give you that thing. And then you can stretch and pull the string back and forth. It's all a little bit of taste, but anyway. And you can also buy them. You can also buy those little springs too. I want to say that big electronics warehouse place, and I can't think of the name of it right now. They have that as well. Definitely good stuff. So, just some suggestions to try. If we were close, I'd offer to swing by for lunch and fix it for you. I'm joking. You're perfectly capable of fixing your own stuff, Effie. I'm teasing you. So yeah, fun stuff. I'm sure my battery's dead in that iPod Touch now. So yeah, it's long term. Yeah, MCM. I think that's right, Epi. I think that's right. There's a couple of them, but MCM's one of the bigger ones. I know I've dealt with them before, and that's probably the one I'm thinking of. Allied. Yes, Allied. That's it. It's Allied. I knew if I saw the name, I would know it. Oh, but yeah, so I get those for my PS4. I don't play very often, but I do like driving race games, and I don't like being wired to my controller because I could have just plugged these into the PS4 controllers, and no, I don't want to do that. I like wireless when at all possible. I don't use wireless for my sound setup because I don't want to deal with batteries dying in the middle of doing something, and my AK-240s are fine for whatever I want to do. I'm probably gonna look into some closed backs, because when I wear the open backs, you don't hear it right now because the in-ears pretty much keep all the sound even when they're a little loose. But they got lost my train of thought. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Like my grandpa used to tell me, it must have been a lie. So yeah, we'll be doing some repairs. We'll be doing some stuff like that. I'm going to show off my accessories as they come in for my Mighty Vaporizer. Yes, I did play Daytona, Gordy. That was back in Sega Genesis days, I believe. Sega Genesis, Sega CD. days. Um, I had a motorcycle racing game called something Rush or Rush something. Maybe it was just Rush. Um, Try and kick people off of their bikes. And then I had Daytona. Um, I'm trying to think. I've had so many games over the years. I've owned nearly every gaming system in the last 30 years. I was a pretty hardcore gamer, and I still have a Switch, an Xbox S, Xbox One S, and a PS4, as well as a Nintendo DS. Now, I don't play these things every day or all day or that kind of thing. I just play them when I'm wanting to play them. My Xbox and all that's back there, so that's covered. That's logistics to watch and play my Xbox or my Switch. My PS4 is in this monitor right here, so I can just switch the input. But this little Vizio only has one USB and two HDMI inputs, so it's now maxed out. I can't really put anything else over here for that. So long term, I have decided I am going to get rid of the 19-inch 1240 screen. That's old Dell. It's a great monitor, good picture, nice and bright, good color. Hey Heather, I am going to get rid of that one, and I'm going to move this Lenovo 21-inch into its spot over here. And then I'm going to buy another Vizio TV just exactly like this. They're 169 bucks. And I'm going to put it right here, because then my OBS and my chat will be maximum and large. And I want this screen to stay here. I could just swap them, but I want this screen to stay here because this is what I watch my TV on. I don't watch TV on that Hisense. That thing's a pile of shit anyway. Road Rash, yes. Okay, yes, Road Rash. And I had Road Rash, wasn't actually on my Sega Genesis. It was actually on my Sega Game Gear. That I had Road Rash on that one. And then later I got Road Rash 2 or whatever the sequel was to it. I got that one for the Genesis, but I played that on the Nomad. Sega was forward thinking. They were right in there until they did the Jupiter and the Dreamcast fiascos. They really had their shit together. And they just didn't put out the money for A+ games on those, so there was that. Oh, Sony Trinitron CRT, nice. Using S-Video input on that one. That's how I used to get into my TVs, was S-Video. Don't play DayZ, Axiom. That's not my thing. I play, if it's a PC, I've been World of Warcraft since World of Warcraft started in 2004. I did not play the RTS games before that, Warcraft, Warcraft 2, and Warcraft 3. But when they made World of Warcraft and they started that whole story over again there, then I was hooked immediately, and I played up until Shadowlands last year, halfway through Shadowlands, and they ruined my story. I'm into the lore, so when they started just killing people off and not finishing bosses and not explaining why the new boss, they lost me. So now I did buy the dragons. I did buy Dragonflight, and I played the beginning of my Dragony people, Dragonia or whatever they're called. Anyway, it looks promising, and the things I'm seeing online from some of those things are also Akalon is great for lore on Warcraft. There's a super good story behind the first 20 years of World of Warcraft. The original story was written by H.P. Lovecraft, and it's his universe And World of Warcraft Blizzard, when they were their own company, kind of borrowed into that whole idea of the Lovecraft world and made it into World of Warcraft. There were, same kinds of things. And then they started the story arc from the invasion of the orcs coming from Outland way back in the day, and then Draenei, and then Illidan's story. And yes, I really do know my shit, Gordium. When I say I'm a hardcore gamer, I'm a hardcore gamer. And when I say I want to learn to play the guitar, it means I want to learn to play the guitar. And I know that I'm weak sauce there, but yeah. Um, but yeah, I started this whole thing. I was going to show my World of Warcraft games on Twitch. I was going to be a gaming streamer. That was boring. No, I do not have a Saturn anymore. My Saturn died at the hands of my children after I divorced my wife. And it died never to be fixed. So I don't have that anymore. I did not ever own a Dreamcast. I saw they had no games. They had Taxi. That's it. It's really, when that was released, they had Taxi. That was the only A+ game. So, uh, oh yeah. I remember that game. I don't remember the title, but I remember the game. Yeah, so I cut my teeth on Pong, and then I came all the way up through, and I played all the video games. I had Atari 2600. I had Atari 5200. Or no, not 5200. I skipped the 5200. I went to the Atari 7800. Then skipped Jaguar and all that stuff because Nintendo came out with the NES console. So I was gone down the Nintendo road because that was convenient, cartridge, easy. Then I got into Sega Genesis and Sega CD. My original system was the stacked, but they had generated so much heat they cooked themselves. That one died. And then I got the side-by-side later model to replace it. Let's see. Then I got a Sega Game Gear. I got a Sega Nomad. Let's see. Then I got, what was after the Nomad? But now the PS1 came out. Yep, when the Notepad. Then I went to PS1 because I was all for CD games. That was my jam. Just like digital is now. I still like the convenience of being able to put a physical disc in, but really I'm just a weird old dude. Yeah, and the Saturns are not cheap. Those are still pretty decent. Didn't do an Atari XE. I didn't do any of the Commodore stuff. Those are not my things. I had a Commodore 64 briefly, but Commodore was not my favorite. And then I looked at 1985. I started using PC, and I never looked back as far as computing goes. And then I played a lot of PC games back in the old days with Space Quest and Tomb Raider and stuff like that. But yeah, I did Atari up until the 7800, and then no Atari systems after that because I switched to Nintendo. I did all of the Nintendos up until the GameCube. So I owned all of those systems. This is all at the same time, by the way. Let's see what else. Then PS1 came out. I went PlayStation all the way to PlayStation 3 OG. The black piano unit that was gloss. I had that for years. That was 60 gigs, so it was 90% backwards compatible with the PlayStation 2 games. And a popular misconception is that when the backwards compatibility software shit started happening, on the very first ones, the 20 gigs, they were 100%. They had all the same software and all the same hardware, and you could play any PS1, PS2, or PS3 game. Then, when they got to the 80 gig version availability, they took out some of the PlayStation 2 compatibility and put that on the back burner, you could still play all the PS1 games that were still recognized the same way. That software was still in place. And then by the time they got to the third gens, the Slims, then they were done. Then they were done with only, original run through 60 gig models. So the very original, ask me how I know, the very original was $600, and that was the 20 gig. That was their release version. And I did not buy one of those. I was a holdout because the $600 price tag, even though it was capable of playing Blu-rays, most of my collection of movies at the time was not Blu-ray, it was DVD. So I just needed a system that would play a DVD, and I had players all over the house, so that was not a big deal. But yeah, I didn't buy into that. But when the 60 gig came out, I did buy a 60 gig. 40 and 60. There was one model of 40 gig in there somewhere. But the 20 and the 60 were the... Hey, Sith, welcome. The 20 and the 60 were 100% backwards compatible. Then the 80 was backwards compatible 100% with PS1, but only about 80 or 90% of the PS2 games would run on it. And then they went to the Slim or whatever it was, and it was then you were done. You weren't going to get any more deals that way. And that was kind of... So by the time I got to PS3, I do now have a PS4. My PS3 died. Kinda. Not yellow light of death, but I was flashing a red when I would first turn it on, which is the precursor to the yellow light of death. So, yeah, fun stuff. Have to watch the channel The Germ, just like you got it written there. Let's go here. Link in a new tab. Let's see. We're gonna... Oh, you have Genesis in a Master System. I never had a Master System. I had the Sega CD and stackable and side by side for Sega Genesis and Sega CD. But I did not get a Master System. The Germ. The Germ. I'm gonna turn on the Vizio Janus. Where are we at? Vizio, turn on. This one right here, this Germ, Germ, I'm presuming. See here, look at the videos. Got lots of videos here. Wow. Nice. Very cool. Right on. All right, take care, Frank. Appreciate you stopping by and hanging out. Wax, Sith, Epi, Gordy, you guys are rock stars. Heather, but Zach Thong's probably still out there somewhere. Unless somebody else's show started, I lost track of time now. But anyway, so yeah, I got it up here now. I'll go watch some of their stuff, Janice. We'll check that out. Or who said, was it Janice? Is it Janice that told me that? Hold on, am I doing shit wrong here? Who told me to go look at the Germ? Well, that was Janice. You have to watch it. Okay, all right. So thank you, Janice, and thank you, Heather, for that confirmation there. So this is not how my normal lame live, or this is more like my normal lame live, but my repair shows, I really do intend to only run them for an hour. This was kind of a special one because I knew I was going to be looking at that. But yeah, now I think I've been saying goodbye for about an hour, so I'm actually going to say goodbye. So going to clean up my mess and put my crap away. Now that I have that mighty vape, I am going to grind up some flour and enjoy myself some flour because I can now vaporize it. Thank you all for being here. All the cool things to say. Let me turn on the text. Nothing is impossible. The word itself says I'm possible. Remember that. That's important stuff right there. These words there. So remember that. And also remember that I am a human making an effort. I'm not perfect. I'm not great. I am later Zach, later Seth. I am literally just a human making an effort like everybody else. Nothing spectacular about me. So, anyway, look forward to the changes coming in the new year. It's going to be great. We're going to do some cool stuff. We're going to fix some things and save some plastic from the landfill. You know, we're going to fail a few times and do that stuff. We're going to do lame lives and amp techs and all those fun things. If I don't see any of you or between now and New Year's Eve, Happy New Year, and may you and your family have a safe and wonderful time. So, be cool. I'll see you on the